Women of Reddit, what's the girl code you want tea break ever? If any women asks me to do a check with their pants, I'll always check. I've had strangers ask before, and I've had to ask strangers. If a random woman I do not know comes up to me and starts talking to me as though we've been homies for years, then we've been homies for years. I've had quite a few women come up to me and my friends for safety to get away from someone. I will always play along. Several years ago I was getting gas after going to the dog park. I remember seeing a lady who happened to be there getting gas. As I was coming back outside, she starts talking to me like we know each other. We start talking about our dogs and stuff. After a few minutes, she thanked me saying some creepy guy wouldn't he leave her alone. Lots of people already mentioned the big and important things about safety and dignity and shit like that, but I picked a different habit. I always tell a woman if I think an item of clothing or hairstyle or hair color or accessories looks stunning on her. Damn, I lack positive feedback in my life so much that I just want to give it. Yes girl, I love your shoes, they look awesome on you and pair well with your clothes. Lady, your absolute mane of red hair is gorgeous, have a great day, IW. If a woman comes up to me pretending I am her auntie, I am her goddamn auntie. Her mom and I were separated at birth. One of my girl code things from way back: if a guy cheats on me with a girl and she didn't know about me when it happened, then she and I are not enemies. It's 100 on him and not her. I met one of my best friends this way. She had no idea about me and she apologized to me when she found out. Like, girl, I don't want to fight you, and now he has 2 women mad at him. He did us both dirty. If someone can't fix the problem cosmetic in like 5-10 minutes, I don't bring it to their attention. Example, something on your face, in your teeth? Yes, you can fix that. Missed a spot straightening your hair? No, unless you have the straightener, it doesn't do any good to tell you and might even make you self-conscious. Minor exception is periods. If you bleed through, I will tell you so you can figure out how to fix it and change. If someone asks for a pad tampon and you have a spare, you give it to them. Doesn't matter if they're your number one enemy. You give it to them. Don't let that guy know I'm here or where I am. Yes, MRS President. If they have something in their face or if their skirt is tucked into their underwear, tell them. I made friends with a Japanese exchange student because I caught a spot on her off-white pants, also on her chair. I felt mortified for her. Thankfully, I was able to sneakily get her attention and warn her without anyone noticing. And she just wrapped her hoodie around her waist and took care of things. We ended up partners buddies for the rest of the year until she went back home, and we lost communication. Bonded also over the trauma having to dissect a cat in bio class together. I was in a public restroom the other day and went into a stall where the door wouldn't lock, and a girl standing in the restroom just came and offered to hold it closed for me, lol. There was an episode of My Favorite Murder years ago where a lady wrote in to tell about a woman who saved her life late night coming out of a fast food place. Walking to her car, and another lady she didn't know came over and loudly said, "Hey Deborah, not her name, how've you been, blah blah." Then whispered, "Just follow me back into the store, there is a man hiding behind your car." Called the cops and the guy took off. Amazing. As a man, I can't believe the stuff you guys worry about that. As a dude, I actually pulled this with a girl I'd run into at a bar. Hadn't seen her since high school. We did the hey how you doing thing, and then she went off to do her own thing. I didn't see any friends with her. Fast forward a couple hours, she's blackout drunk and there's a guy dancing with her holding her nearly limp form up by the tits and grinding behind her. I went up and said, "Hey, Christy, Rachel's looking for you. You guys have to go." There was no Rachel. But the guy. I'm white, and one time I had a black femme gay guy save me from a creep by pretending to be my uncle, and he was so confident that the creep believed it, and left. Devin, if you're out there, you were amazing. I met one of my best friends this way. I was meeting work friends for a drink, and some gross guy was not taking no for an answer while she was at the bar. I hurried over, did the whole "oh my god, I'm so sorry I'm late, have you been waiting long?" thing and invited her to sit at our table until the guy left. We've been friends ever since. If I see a super drunk or incoherent girl being led somewhere by a strange man, that's my friend. I'll get her home safe, thanks. I explained to my daughter when she began her period, you could be fucking Caroline Levitt and I'd still pants check you. If you get a period, you are obligated to help others who get their period. I had something similar happen to me at the Kroger up the street from me. I was standing in the bread tortillas aisle and this random woman walked up to me and quietly said, "Help me." There's this random guy that's following me around the store. He was now standing at the end of the aisle. I looked down and noticed the bag of chips she had and said, "Thanks for getting the chips. Let's go look in the meat market for something for dinner." So she took my left hand, walked with me over. Even if we aren't friends anymore, I'll never spread your secrets. They go to grave with me one day as I promised. Tampons and hair ties belong to whoever needs them. I was commuting home on a packed train once and a guy was harassing a girl who was probably late teens. She was terrified, and the packed train was either pretending not to notice, laughing, or hoping it would stop but doing nothing. The guy was not all there. There was definitely a likelihood of violence through intervening, however I couldn't deal with being a spectator. I pushed through from mid-carriage, and he was right in her face when I got to them. Fully expecting to get stabbed, I won't date or sleep with your ex, even if you say you're okay with it. Edit. Please stop replying to this comment that you think it's okay to do. I don't care. The question asks the code that I follow. I don't care if you follow it or not, I follow it. That's it. I do the same. Mine is for selfish reasons. When a woman lights up and smiles at being complimented, it does something to my spirit. It just makes me feel like the world is softer. Especially if it's during a commute, and she looked miserable prior. As a gay lady, I also fuck right off, because too many women are weary that anyone attracted to women will be complimenting them for the wrong reasons. I know I share that worry. I remember one time, a man said to me, "You look absolutely lovely," and I have been this girl in a foreign country. When I lived in China, some dude was following me home pretty late at night, and I sat down at a street food stall with a bunch of college girls, their boyfriends, and said in English, "Please help, this guy is creepy." Bilingual, but didn't want said creep to know what I said. One of the girls pulled me in arm like a gal pal, and her boyfriend happened to be from Chicago, and made small talk with me while the two other boyfriends stood up and I was trying to take my ex home once, and she was abso-fucking-lutely wasted. She managed to cobble together a text for me to come and get her, but I could only find parking a couple blocks away. Anyways, I was leading her away from the bar, her drunk as fuck, me sober as hell, questioning everything. One of the reasons we broke up because I absolutely hated the bar clubbing scene. It was super strange. We were in a relationship to begin with, really. Pack of 20-something ladies walks by heading. If I know another woman so has cheated, I'm telling her. Doesn't matter who she or the cheater are to me. I tell the same to my students. Before you speak, think, is it something they can fix now? If yes, say it. If no, don't. I pledge to be aggressively unhelpful to the guy in these situations. If a guy messages me and I've seen evidence that they already have someone, I will screenshot and ask if they are in an open relationship. Getting involved with someone who's already taken. I've always walked away no matter how much I like them, or even when they begged me to stay. Was at the Rise of the Roach concert, Papa Roach, Rise Against in Fayetteville, Arkansas this year. I went alone as some mama rest time away from my kids as I'm a stay-at-home mom. Little Jane Doe 21-25, just drunker than shit, waddling around, huddled in on herself. Being knocked around. I grabbed her and said, "Hey baby girl, you're gonna hang out with me for a while." "What's going on?" Her boyfriend left her in the pit alone. He took off without her. Heavily intoxicated. I kept her safe with me. I was walking into work from the parking lot one day and noticed a lady ahead of me whose skirt was unzipped in the back. I picked up my pace to catch up, and as I strode purposefully past her I quietly said, "Excuse me, but your skirt's unzipped." Didn't look at her, just kept marching. From behind me I heard a quiet, "Thank you." To this day I have no idea who that was. Man shrugging. If I saw them stealing pads, tampons, or baby products, I didn't see shit. It's usually the case, and the point is, he promised isn't the responsibility, not she. That's the broken door rule. If I'm next in line, I'll hold your door until another stall is available, then pass door holding duty to the lady behind me. As a former long ago pick-me, you never ever shit on a woman for the attention of a man. If they're happy to hear that shit, they ain't worth it. As an Aussie reading this, who doesn't he call petrol gasoline, I'm sitting here wondering how you can tell someone else is flatulent at the dog park. I am a middle-aged woman who was at my doctor's surgery waiting my turn. Saw a much older lady in a wheelchair with a man old enough to be her son with her. She looked distressed, but it was a doctor's surgery, so I did not think much of it. I then realized that the lady was trying to make contact with me. She gestured towards me. Took me a while to realize, so I went over. She asked me to accompany her to the toilet. The gentleman with her was her son, and she was embarrassed. She sobbed, "Bika. I always make sure to check real damn good too, cause I'd rather burst into flames than tell a woman she good when she ain't. FR clapping hands medium light skin tone, clapping hands medium light skin tone, clapping hands medium light skin tone." Never leave a woman behind. A few incidents spring to mind. The time I saw a woman alone crying, cornered by two men outside at night. I put myself between the woman and the two blokes, walked her to a nearby club with doormen, called her a taxi and paid for her to get home. Saw a woman being mugged in the wee small hours of the morning. A group of about 5 or 6 blokes were on the opposite side of the road and ignored the whole thing, walked off, so I ran down the road to her, stayed. Why? Yes, I don't know why people get mad at the other man woman. Your partner made the commitment, not them. They're shady if they knew, but even so, I am not as mad at them as I am my partner. I will never ever ask a woman when her baby is due, unless she tells me she is pregnant. As a man, I've done stuff like this. I was out with some friends and one of my friend's wives' girls sense went off. There was this one drunk dude that had cornered a woman in a bar and was talking to her. She was clearly uncomfortable, and he kept keeping her from leaving by boxing her in. So, I become friendly drunk guy and bump into the guy. I apologize, then say I swear I've seen him before. He says he doesn't know me, but I swear I've seen him. For the next 10 minutes I'm talking to him. Same response to any leaking period blood stains. As the mom of a beautiful daughter with shit-tastin' men and a love of concerts and mosh pits, I thank you. I need angels out there lending a helping hand until she gets the sense God gave a goose. She's 25 now, so it's getting better. Yes. I have followed up with the girlfriend wife. Not my monkeys, but girl deserves to know what hers are up to. I'm a guy. A few months ago a random dude told me my shirt was cool at the supermarket, and then took off. It made me feel awesome and I still smile thinking about it. We should spread more positivity for everyone. Don't leave a woman alone when she is inebriated at a party. You just never know. No woman left behind. Ever. It's a broad one that covers a lot. 1. Walking all the way inside during a drop-off to home. 2. We came to the bar together. We are leaving together. 3. We didn't come to the bar together. But you're clearly pissed drunk and alone and I found you. We're together until I find you a safe person or you sober up for you're being harassed? Hey girl. It's been so long, how are you? 5. There's a physically dangerous situation I see happening? I'm intervening. Sometimes if I will likely never see my high school best friend ever again, and I'm totally fine with that, but I also will never share her secrets. I promise not to say anything, so I won't. Shame she didn't hold up her side of the bargain, but oh well. I agree in theory, but do it anonymously because 99 of the time she's not leaving the dude and will blame you. Do tell, but don't expect much. If a girl brings her new beau to the group, you only ever tell stories which show her in the best light possible. even embellishing slightly to make her shine. Leave all the embarrassing shit out, and if anyone else in the group tries to bring it up, you shut them down. Never be a crab in a bucket. Damn. How are you, Aunt Rachel? This is the most super important for both genders, even if they say they're okay with it for sure, because some friends will say they're okay with it just to not appear weak or like they hadn't moved on, etc. When that's not what that respect is about. I respect that this is more girl code, but as a dude, steal from the bourgeoisie, comrade, we see nothing, we tell no one, fuck Walmart. Old friend of mine I hadn't talked to years but was still social media friends with had one of these happen. I forget the details, but she and someone else realized they were dating the same guy who told them both it was a relationship exclusive thing. They met him for lunch, together. Afterwards they did post a picture together of "So this was us," waiting for X to show up so we could tell him we caught him, and it was pretty funny. Sucks they both had to go through it, but way to sister at you. Agreed. Immediately no attraction to someone who is married in a relationship. I don't believe in giving men the opportunity to disrespect their woman with me. Gross. If you're in the stall, you have a square to spare. Yuppers, I'm a trans woman who won't ever need them, but I carry them in case other women need them. I don't have a uterus anymore and I am always packing still. Just in case another uterus is in need. The sisterhood never dies. If you're on your period, need a tampon, and I have one available, I'm giving it to you. We could be sworn enemies, but I'm not letting you walk around with a bloody booty. I shop alone a lot, and if I see something cute I want to tell someone, sometimes I start talking to the closest woman to me and I love when they just go with it, lol. Thank goodness for people like you. Some of us are just lonely. When men say they want to protect us from other men, I laugh because usually the only person standing up to a man attacking a woman is another woman. You're fucking brave. Who is where? No, I haven't seen her in a dragon's age. Shitting on women never changed a man's mind about you, lol. What does this mean? This is women code? I thought it was just general being a decent person behavior. See a period incident, say something. Offer a sweater or products, do not ignore and let the poor woman go about her day unknowing. 1. Never hit on your girlfriend's male interests or boyfriends. 2. Never use something said in confidence against them. 3. Your friends hold a special place in your life and heart that is only theirs and should remain theirs, unaffected, even when you have a family, husband or kids. This also goes along with the pass the toilet paper under the stall rule. Jane Austen wrote this over 200 years ago, and some of us still haven't learned it. I'm reading this thread and realizing how evil the women I used to be around are. Ain't you Monkey Hamlet? I've been looking for you for years. A drunk man was following me with his bike and insisting on wanting to know me. I met this couple walking with kids and I went to the woman as if she's my friend. She was shocked at first but then played along and wanted to escort me home, after telling her about the guy. I cannot remember who gave me the advice, but when I do this it is always targeting something she chose, never height, weight, eye color, etc. I pick something she chose to do, like clothes, makeup, jewelry, hairstyle. Whoever gave me that advice knew what they were talking about. People love when their choices are validated and complimented. I never found the courage to ask loudly, crying face,